Hello, everybody. Today, I have a really interesting run. Um, I was trying to go for this for a little while. I was originally going to show off a weaker version of the build I ended up getting, and then a bunch of my like renders corrupted, and I don't actually have that recording anymore. But the good news is that I got a run that was better in the end. So this is that run you're about to see. Um, it utilizes a pretty cool new pet called the Sarcastic Fringe Head, which is definitely a normal name for a pet. That's I honestly refuse to believe that animal even exists, but here we are. It essentially acts as a rat, except the pet that spawns is not a dirty rat, but instead a copy of your backmost unit. So you can use that to better farm things like hurt triggers and things like that. So the application I decided to use was to have it spawn a slug on the enemy team, and then use that slug to get a bunch of free triggers on an Egyptian Vulture. Because I think usually the big downside to Egyptian Vulture is the fact that you can't reliably get it to kill things, unless you massively scale it, and even then sometimes it won't kill what you need it to. But with this build, as long as the slug has space to summon on the enemy board, you will always be able to get 3 triggers with your Egyptian Vulture. In this run I had it copy a Lionfish, and it was pretty cool to see. So currently we have Wyvern, because the units that I'm looking for this build are on tiers 3, 4, 5, and 6. So level ups are going to be pretty important to get right. Here I don't find... Actually, I find the lizard level up. But I also want these hatching chicks. Main reason is that right now we're on turn 5. Barring this level up here where I hit the slug, we can't actually get anything in our build except for the Fringe Head. I actually take Sea Lion here, presumably just to get some scaling, because realistically we can come back around to Slug. We can find it in the later turns. Like, we don't necessarily need it now. And this is gonna be hopefully at least a few more stats on units that will be permanent. Like the Fringe Head that we see here. So yeah, I want to go for level 3 Hatching Chick to try and get as many quick and easy levels on relevant things that I can. I find the Quail Chick. Now these guys are kind of weird. I actually don't think that just taking them on their own like this is worth it, because along with like paying for the price of the quail itself, you're essentially paying 5 gold for a pair. Which on this turn isn't great. Like, even though it is targeted, you can find better. Face Mr. Leapington, and our lizard tempo is able to get through this fight, and we preserve lives, which is definitely going to become good later on. Find the half level on Sea Lion. I decide to take Turtle, under the hope that I find a pill. Realistically, the only thing I want to melon is going to be the Fringe Head, because that's the thing I need to make sure like kills at least 1 unit. But for now I don't find a pill. I was kind of hoping that I would find a pill before having to use this Flounder, but alas that didn't happen. This was actually a crazy battle. The Crocodile sniped out my backmost unit, which made my backmost unit a lizard. And then the Fringe Head summoned a lizard for the opponent. So anyway, I sell the lizard, I buy the Flounder, and I buy 2 foods on it. So this is like 8 gold for 2 chocolates, which is technically more efficient than getting a crow, because a crow is 5 gold for 1 chocolate. So getting the flounder is very nice, and we do want XP on the hatching chick still. We don't care to level this up really. We're not able to win this fight, sadly. But we have enough lives to keep going through. We have level 2 sea lion scaling now. We cycle out the crow. And level 3 hatching chick first. We hit a lionfish and we have Egyptian vulture in the shop. Now at this point I think I should have taken avocado here just so I don't have to roll with this sea lion. And it gives me a bit more chance to find pill with the free roll next turn. But ultimately I still haven't found the pill, so this turtle will probably need to leave. We're able to get through there. And now, I mean, we're on 3 lives. We have a level 2 Egyptian vulture. And I just decide to sell the turtle for the lionfish. Because I need to get it attack scaling as soon as I can, really. I finally freeze this other slug. Told you we'd come back around to it. And at this point, I'm kind of just waiting for my hatching chick to do half the leveling for me. Then we run to Rev GT, who's running a seemingly kind of similar build with Fringe Head, trying to make use out of that. With some wombat shenanigans. That's gonna be interesting. If Rev's video comes out before mine, go watch it. It's probably better quality than this one. But here we find like a god shop of a bunch of sea lions, or not sea lions, lionfish and Egyptian vultures. You just start leveling everything. And currently, it's a bit awkward to position because I want the chocolates on the Egyptian vulture and also don't want lionfish in the back. So I have to do it this way. You can see the evol triggers twice, and we get a bunch of snipes with our lionfish. So we take the chocolates, we keep sea lion on the board for this turn. We just buy avocado. Take the level 3 lionfish, because that'll give us more tempo immediately. Both sides actually summon weird things, so we can't get full triggers out of our Egyptian vulture, but we still have enough to win. It's kind of funny though. We take the level on Egyptian vulture, and now everything's leveled to the point where we need it. Like, we really don't need anything else, to be honest. I freeze Mammoth and Oyster here. Truth be told, I should have just buy Sold Oyster when I had the chance, but we're not really looking for anything else in the pet shop, so, like, it doesn't matter as much as you think it does. I know people are going to be yelling, like, why did you not buy Salty Oyster? But it really doesn't matter. Like, the only thing we would maybe be looking for in the pet shop is, like, more oysters. At this point, and we're just, like, scaling with foods and sea lion. Anyway, let's run this fight back, because look at how beautiful this is. This is exactly what I'm looking for with this build. We summon a slug on the enemy team. 1 kill, and it triggers the feint. And then it actually summons a bunch of slimes, so we don't get the smaller slug even, but it doesn't matter, we still just kill. Activate again. Hit everything again. Activate a 3rd time. It's so cool. It's so cool. Anyway, we buy pancakes on the Egyptian vulture, because the Egyptian vulture doesn't actually need stats in this build. And then we buy tofu to copy the pancakes. The aim is to get this lionfish to 30 attack so we can get a little bit more value. This team is unfortunately a little bit too big. Just kidding. We get our triggers anyway, and we still win. Because the slug just summons a smaller slug, so we only get 2 triggers, but that's plenty enough. When I saw that team initially, I thought we were so doomed, because it's such a big team, but this squad is too powerful, clearly. So I cycle out the Oyster, finally. Because I was looking to Mammoth Pill and then just end on some tempo unit, and we find that in Hatching Chick here. I freeze Chicken Leg just in case we draw. Or lose, I suppose, but how are we losing with this team? I give stats to the Egyptian Vulture. Truth be told, like, I couldn't put them on the Fringe Head because then the Vulture wouldn't be immediately behind it. We only get 1 trigger here, but luckily level 3 Lionfish is enough with the Slug Summon. This was such a fun build to get. It took a while to get it in a form that I was happy with, but I am very happy with how this run turned out. And I'm almost glad that I kept going for a new run after my old footage died. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.